Hello, I'm here by the sea. Good morning, it's April 3rd here in beautiful spring Nova Scotia, and then today I'm going to find some squash in my tulip garden. Hi, it's Greg Otten here with maritimegardening.com. I'm going to talk about garlic. So today I'm going to do an episode on strawberries, day-neutral strawberries, strawberries that produce pretty much all summer long, and actually give you a really good crop early in the fall. Those are nice looking strawberries. I think I hold one up here with my hand. That must be, my fingers are almost 4 inches long, so that's a good sized strawberry, maybe 2 inches from top to bottom. So here's my strawberry bed. That's about, I don't know, 20 feet long by about 3 feet wide. It's on the very outer edge of my garden. The fence is on the right hand side, the fence that keeps all the animals out. Here's another part of the garden, sort of the other side, and all of those strawberries were propagated from the one I showed you in the previous frame. Strawberries send out these things every year called runners, and it's their way of cloning themselves and sending out babies. They really don't produce new strawberries through seeds. They send out these runners, and the runners send down roots into the ground. And so you can take that to your advantage. I mean, see the roots coming out of that node? You can make that work to your advantage. A lot of people complain about strawberries. Oh, they send runners everywhere and that sort of stuff. But really, it's not that big a deal. I mean, all you do once you see the runners start coming out, and I find with this variety, Seascape it's called, they tend to have the runners out around now. So I'm going to show you what I do with them. I just move them to where I want them to grow. You know, the runner goes out, and the roots are going down. They're looking for, because I've got a lot of mulch, they don't necessarily find the soil right away. So I just move them to where I want them, and put the roots in contact with the soil, and then put the mulch around them. Just show you a couple examples of that. There's another runner there. Runners usually have 2 or 3 nodes on them. There'll be like one node, and then another footer runner, and then another node, and then another footer runner. So at least 2 or 3. So you just put that node down and find your soil below your mulch, put it in contact with the soil, and the roots will find their way in there. Here's another area where there's nothing growing, and I'm getting a lot of weeds migrating in from the forest, so why not just load it with strawberries. So here are the strawberries adjacent to this zone. Sorry for the shaky camera, that's just, I'm just working with what I got here, and I'm a pretty low budget here at Maritime Garden. I'm not making any money doing this. But for those that are thinking about strawberries, you know, all the strawberries I have here were propagated using an initial. I bought a bucket of strawberries at a garden center. Probably cost me, I don't know, $10 or $15 or something like that. And I've had strawberries for years. And that initial purchase filled an area that was about, I don't know, 20 feet by 3 feet wide. Now my strawberry garden is about 50 or 60 feet by 3 feet wide. And that's just all from propagating out. It gets thicker and heavier every year. Here I'm just weeding a little bit here. And you notice I got the cheesy acoustic guitar going today. It's because the wind was so bad. I just could not speak to the camera outside today. So the choice was to either make a video or just not make one at all. Anyway, I just showed some, you know, it's always good to have repetition. So just examples of how I'm just taking another node here and helping it. I'm just directing it to where you're the boss, it's your garden, so just directing it to grow where I want it to grow. I'm filling the gaps, right? Wherever there's not strawberries, that's where I'm directing the runners to go. Here's another area where the strawberries sent a runner out into my walking path between my garden beds. I don't want it there. So see, there's the garden bed there, right? So I want it to grow in that space where I just pointed with my finger. So I'll just take that runner. It hasn't, you know, if you got a good mulch, the roots, you get about a week or so before they can actually find the soil anyway, because they have to go down through your mulch. So it buys you a bit of time not having bare earth anyway. So I just move that in there and just nestle it in with the old seaweed. This is seaweed I put down last January. To give you a sense of how, I mean, most of the seaweed is broken down, but there was still a fair amount. I gotta say, I'm really impressed. I mean, these strawberries, I just covered the whole thing with seaweed last January or December. I can't remember exactly when. And they just found their way through it, and seaweed was very crusty and hard in the spring. I was surprised, but the strawberries found their way through it no problem, and I've had strawberries good crop in late June, early July, and then another crop now in end of summer, early fall. And what's the point of growing strawberries if it isn't to grow strawberry jam? That's we make as much as we can, and we hoard it all winter long. So anyway, I hope you found this informative. Day neutral strawberries are the way to go. Hope you enjoyed the content. Like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and check out our podcast, maritimegardening.com. Till next time, get out there, get at it, and have fun in your garden. Thanks for watching.